Well, only thing I want to say about that whole scenario is that I want to give both of them a shout out for raising the bar as far as lyrics, song making, and writing, because the writing has been upped.
Rick Ross in an interview was asked if he would ever do music with you, if he could put his beef aside, and he said he would if you had any more value, but you're not that guy anymore. That's what he said. Do you care? Does that make you feel any type of way?
No. I don't know what his value is to music culture at this moment.
Would you make music with him ever?
I never made music with him. I don't have interest in making music with him.
Hey, Gossip Fam. Today we've got a roundup of some of the hottest and most dramatic stories in the hip-hop world. From heated feuds to surprising takes, we're diving into all the latest buzz. Let's get into it. Welcome back to What's the Gossip? Today, we're covering several explosive stories that are currently making waves in the hip-hop scene. From Snoop Dogg weighing in on the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, to 50 Cent reigniting his feud with Rick Ross, there's a lot to unpack. We've got all the details right here. Stick around because we're breaking down the details of these feuds, opinions, and everything in between. You don't want to miss this breakdown. First up, let's talk about Snoop Dogg's thoughts on the heated battle between Kendrick, Lamar, and Drake. This beef, one of the most intense in recent hip-hop history, saw both artists exchange sharp diss tracks. Although the battle might have ended, as indicated by Drake and TDE's head top dog, the opinions about who won are far from over.
But I love it. I get a chance to stand back and watch the youngsters do what they do. I mean, I did my thing with it for, 20-something years as far as being the king of the West Coast. Gave the crown to Kendrick Lamar. I didn't give it to him. Actually, he took it. But I had to take it off my head and give it to him.
Snoop Dogg shared his perspective with Entertainment Tonight, giving both artists a shout out for raising the bar in lyricism and songwriting. He said, "Well, the only thing I want to say about that whole scenario is that I want to give both of them a shout out for raising the bar as far as lyrics, as far as song making and writing, because the writing has been upped since the confrontation, or whatever you call it, whatever they went through. Those are my nephews. I'm not in the middle of it. I support both of them, and that's personal business, not my business."
The only thing I want to say about that whole scenario is that I want to give both of them a shout out for raising the bar as far as lyrics, because the writing has been upped since the confrontation, or whatever you call whatever they went through. Those are my nephews. I'm not in the middle of it. I support both of them, and that's personal business, not my business.
Despite his neutral stance, Snoop was dragged into the beef when Drake released a diss track, Tailor-Made Freestyle, using AI vocals of Snoop and the late Tupac, taunting Kendrick to respond.
Kendrick, we need ya, the West Coast savior. Ain't great in your name, it's some hip-hop history.
This track was quickly removed after Pac's estate sent a cease and desist. Snoop continued to praise both rappers, emphasizing how their battle made the rap game step up in quality, saying, "As far as what they did for the industry and the rap game, they made you rap again. You can't mumble your way and gimmick your way to a song no more, buddy. So thank y'all." Next, we delve into a feud that's been reignited between 50 Cent and Rick Ross. Hip-hop fans are no strangers to the ongoing conflict between these two giants. Recently, 50 Cent took to social media to call out Rick Ross over controversial lyrics from his 2013 track, You O Eno, where Ross raps about drugging a woman's drink. On both Twitter and Instagram, 50 Cent posted a clip of Ross's lyrics alongside a crying photo of R. Kelly, who is serving prison time for sexual abuse charges. In his caption, 50 questioned why anyone would say such things in their songs. Over the years, Rick Ross has faced significant backlash for these lyrics and lost an endorsement deal with Adidas. He later apologized, stating, "Most recently, My choice of words was not only offensive, it does not reflect my true heart. And for this, I apologize. To every woman that has felt the sting of abuse, I apologize. Despite the apology, 50 Cent's recent posts have reignited the controversy.
Rosé is under fire yet again, this time metaphorically over his verse in the Rocco track UOENO, which critics claim promotes rape.
The controversy is centered around the lyrics, "Put Molly all in her champagne, she ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that, she ain't even know it."
Lil Yachty has also entered the conversation, giving his take on the Kendrick Lamar and Drake feud. Yachty, a close collaborator of Drake and co-host of a Safe Place podcast, shared his thoughts on the battle. He argued that Drake was deemed a loser in the public eye before the battle even started because of his long-standing position at the top. Yachty said Drake was deemed a loser in this battle before it started because people don't like him and haven't, and he's won for a very long time. He sat at the top of the throne, and honestly, I think he still sits at the top of the throne. I told Drake, I don't feel like you won or lost.
Kendrick clearly had a lot more animosity, and you felt it in every song that he dropped. Because Drake dropped great records, but also, let's be fair, Drake was deemed a loser in this battle before it started because people don't like him and haven't, and he's won for a very long time, and he's sat at the top of the throne, and still, honestly, respectfully, I think he still sits at the top of the throne.
Yachty also mentioned his own involvement in the feud, noting that he expected Kendrick to mention him on the diss track Euphoria, where Kendrick rapped, "Yachty can't give you no swag neither, I don't give a about who you hang with." Despite the diss, Yachty expressed respect for both Drake and Kendrick, highlighting the competitive nature of hip-hop. Here's what I think. Snoop Dogg's diplomatic response highlights the importance of unity and respect in the hip-hop community, even amidst competition. On the other hand, 50 Cent's relentless trolling and Rick Ross's controversial lyrics remind us of the darker side of fame and rivalry. Lil Yachty's comments bring a fresh perspective, emphasizing the complexity of public perception in these feuds. Adding to the drama, Drake's use of AI vocals for his diss track against Kendrick, featuring Snoop and Tupac, raises ethical questions about technology and music. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's trolling of Rick Ross with references to R. Kelly draws a parallel between personal misconduct and public accountability in the industry. Let's also consider the broader implications. Diss tracks and feuds have always been part of hip-hop culture, but when they involve personal and legal issues, they can have real-world consequences. The use of AI in music and the resurfacing of past controversies show how the industry is evolving and grappling with new challenges. While these feuds can be entertaining, they also highlight the persistent tensions and rivalries that can overshadow the music. It's crucial for artists to balance their personal conflicts with their professional responsibilities, ensuring that their art remains at the forefront. Before we wrap up, consider this. What do these feuds and collaborations mean for the future of hip-hop? Will the competitive nature continue to fuel great music, or will the drama overshadow the art? Stay tuned as we continue to follow these explosive stories. Don't miss out on any updates about these ongoing feuds, collaborations, and other hip-hop news. Make sure to subscribe to What's the Gossip and hit the notification bell so you're the first to know when we drop new videos. Drop a comment below. Whose side are you on in these feuds? Let's get the conversation going. As these stories develop, we'll keep you updated with all the latest news and reactions, from the collabs to the clashes. What's the Gossip is your go-to source for all the details. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious and keep questioning.